Alright, so the first step you gotta do is go buy you some brakes. I did those off camera. I went to my local O'Reilly's Auto Parts. I got some brakes for my car. And then the next step after that, you'll need a jack and a jack stand. The jack will help you prop up your tire, and this will make sure it doesn't fall. Alright, so before you put on the jack stand, you're going to loosen the lugs, because if you don't, it's going to be a whole lot harder in order to get these done. But you fit it on, and then me personally, I like pulling up on it, because I feel like I can get more leverage. And then you'll do that in a star pattern, so you go this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. And then you're all good. Put the jack over there, take them fully off. Alright, so the next step is once you get all those off, you're gonna find a good spot to jack it in, just so it's barely off.
Intent to distribute is a serious offense.
The next step is unscrewing this right here, and there's also one on the underside. That will release this, which has your brake pads in it, which will be the thing we will be replacing today. Alright, so I just did these bolts. Now the caliper gets removed. You can set it down wherever. Some people don't like to hang, but now we're going to get these brake pads. As you can see, I don't really need them, but it's always very safe. I'm sorry. Again, they're pretty used, but I also just got a new grinder. But now the next step is replacing these and putting that back on with those screws right there. These two are the new brakes, which you can see are a lot newer and are about half as big as the other ones. Well, more than half bigger, I mean. And then now we're gonna put those in there, put that clamp back on, and I'll record that when it happens. Okay, now since the new brakes are on, we're gonna grab this. But as you can see, it won't go in. So we need to push this part right there back into itself and then attach it. Alright, we just put this clamp back on. The next part is to put the screws back. So we're gonna slide this one back in here, but make sure that this like bungee part has plenty of spring left. Then we're gonna get on here. And then since it's facing opposite of us, you have to spin it opposite. So left will tighten, right will loosen. I will be back once I have both of these finished. Alright, so now we have both screws, this one and this one right here. There shouldn't be much, there should be no wiggle room in this, which as you can see, I'm pushing full force and it's not happening. So now the next step is to move all your tools out of the way, grab your wheel, move it back, line those holes up with those, and then you tighten the lug nuts back on, which I will be showing today. So the next step, this is kind of a personal step, but I personally still have mine jacked up. And then I'm going to tighten all these screws until I'm going to have to use my lug wrench. But until then, you want to go in a star formation. So you go this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. I will be back once I lower it to do the final torque test. So I tightened these as much as I could. So I'm going to put that on there. Take out these jacks. Loosen this. The next step is going to be to tighten this. So if it's not spinning, that means you're good on torque. Alright, so as we can see, I got no lights or anything about it being bad. The braking worked perfectly, and now I'm just test driving it out by getting a nice Diet Coke from McDonald's. But the brakes are all good, and that is my manual / video on how to do the brakes. Okay, so this is my final conclusion. So I'm going over to my car right now, and everything's secured back on, new brakes. It drove perfectly when I was driving it for a test drive. And then also I realized that safety is the most important thing when you're driving. You don't want to just have your brakes give out, die, crash, anything, none of the above. So I think that always taking care of your car, changing your brakes, making sure you have enough fluids, everything like that is a key factor to your safety. And that is my conclusion on changing your brakes and my manual / video aid to learn how to do it and to teach others how to do it.